Greetings everyone. This is a quick overview and instructional video on my item and spell card templates for the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. This video will include instructions on how to install and use the templates. First, you'll need to have a copy of Magic Set Editor. Now, Magic Set Editor is a free program that normally allows you to create your own Magic the Gathering cards. The program is flexible, however, and it supports custom themes and templates that let you make your own cards of any type. So I've put together a set of templates for the 5th edition game, which will allow you to make your own spell cards and item cards. This video will show you an overview of the features and how to customize this and install this. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is go and do a Google search for Magic Set Editor. And on the results page, just hit the download link. Now you'll need to download the small version of the program. The full version comes with a lot of other themes that you don't really need. So click on small version, and after a brief pause, you'll be able to download the program. Now just allow it to download and then run the program itself and install. Now it's important to note where you install the program. I'm going to actually install this program right on the root on C, but you can install it somewhere else as long as you're able to find this program again, right? So I'm actually going to install mine here on just MSE2. Makes it easier to find and everything else. Now I will not choose to install any templates and then install. It takes just a couple of seconds and then you're done. You don't have to start it up. Now once Magic Set Editor is installed, you can now install my templates. My templates come in a zip file, and so you just simply have to right click on that and choose Extract All and go ahead and extract them all. Don't actually try to copy them from the zip file, because when you copy fonts into the Windows font directory, they have to come straight from the file, not from a zip file. So now you should have a folder and the zip file, the original zip file, but just go ahead and open up the folder and you'll see 3 folders and a Word document, as well as some instructions on what goes where. So you can see that the data file, all the items in the data folder, go into your Magic Set Editor /data folder. So remember when I said you had to pay attention where that was? This is the only really tough part. Fonts go into your Windows Fonts folder. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I will head on over to the data, and I will select every single one of these and copy. And then I'm going to go to my C drive, MSE2. This is where I put the Magic Set Editor 2 and drop all this into the data folder. So now here are the actual templates. The problem is I don't have the proper fonts yet to make these things look exactly like you see them in the screenshots until I get that done. So I'm going to go to my C, Windows, Fonts folder, and I'll install these there, right? Okay, so come over here to this fonts folder, open it up, take those 3 fonts, which are really 2 fonts in a bold, and just drag and drop it into there, and you should see that it is installing. It should give you some sort of pop-up. Okay, so now I have those fonts, and I now have the templates themselves. So what's in this card sets folder? Let's open that up. Well, that contains card sets of all the spells in the core rule books. That is not the player's handbook, that is the core rules, the basic rules, the free items on the WotC's website. So if I open this up, I can see all spells, and this is what Magic Set Editor looks like, and you can see that the themes are now correctly pulling in and all the spells are here. There's about 130 spells total, and there are some items as well. So all of these are yours. I've put them all in here already, and then we can go check out the cleric and the wizard spells with the appropriate themes for cleric and the appropriate theme for wizard. Now I'll show you how to change these themes and also how to edit these cards at will. Okay, so let's fire this up and see what we can do with this. So we're going to go and actually launch Magic Set Editor. So we're going to do that by just going to the shortcut there, and I'll go to MSE2 and I'll open up the program. Now when you start up Magic Set Editor for the first time, you will be asked to create a new set or open an existing set or open the last one, but we'll create a new set,
And this is when you can choose what game you're going to use. Now the game type is really determined by what fields you have and everything else. But if you choose 5e spells, you'll see that you have a lot of different subtypes here. These are different sets, and so these determine the background of the card, but not necessarily the color. So let's say I go in here and I'm going to choose Bard, right? So I'll hit OK. Now you can change the style once you've created a magic set editor set, but you can't change the game. So if you decide to do items, you're going to have to create a new file for that. So, but I can change the style at any time, but I'm just going to leave it here, and we'll just do a basic spell of Vicious Mockery. Okay, so we know that Vicious Mockery, we'll put in title here, and we know that it is one action, but we can also use the pull down here. Pull down appears once you change something that's in the default setting here. We're going to leave it as one action, and we can change the material components for that spell. That is verbal only, I believe. And then we're going to put in the duration. It is instantaneous. And then we're going to put in the range of 60 feet. And 60. And then we put in the spell description at the very top part of this box. And I've already typed it out ahead of time. And then we can put in the additional information for various levels, or material components or something else there. So we put that right there. Perfect. If everything looks great, then we can then choose the school, which I believe is an enchantment, and it is a cantrip. Now I put 0 level because it helps sort in the field when you have level, because 0 sorts with all the rest of the numbers as opposed to C for cantrip, but that's up to you. And because it's a cantrip, it's technically kind of an at-will, and following the old 4th edition model of colors there, the green being an at-will makes it a little easier to identify at the table. These icons here allow you to choose the action, whether it's no action, bonus action, minute casting time, an hour. It's really technically the casting time of the spell, and so on. I put move in there just in case there is an ability somewhere later on that has a move. And then you've got the range and effect. So it's a personal spell, close burst, range burst. Now this is, they don't really use these terms anymore in 5th edition, but they're still very useful for designating spells like that in 5th edition. So this is a ranged spell. Okay, and there's Vicious Mockery. If I need another card, I just hit the green plus button up there to create a new card, and I go from there. If I need to export this, I simply go to File, and then Export, and then choose to export the card images or all card images. Okay, so once you get some cards rendered and created as files, I use that Word document that I included to just drag and drop, and then you click into the cell and drag and drop again, click into the cell, drag and drop, and so on. Using this template will ensure that they print out exactly the size that they need to be to fit into Magic the Gathering sleeves, and then they appear the actual size of a Magic the Gathering card. Usually what I do is I just create, I buy sleeves, I put in a bogus common playing card or collectible card and as the backing, and then just slip these in on top of that, and it makes for a nice stiff backing with sleeves and everything, and these just turn out beautifully. Okay, that's the overview of the set itself. I do want to note that if you do decide to create some items, items actually have a slightly different quality in that they have this feature here where you can choose to put in pictures. So when you do that, you can then choose images that you may find on the web or whatever else, or that you hand draw yourself, and then you can go in and crop them or do anything else you need to with them and drop them right into there. So you have a nice little image for each of your items. And that's the overview. Thank you for taking an interest in my art. If you'd like to support my work, please consider purchasing my templates at drivethrurpg.com. Just do a search for Tintagel. And there you'll find my 4th edition power cards and my current 5th edition D&D card templates. Thank you very much.